Shalom, shalom is falling Yahshua. Welcome again to the Rock. Man, ever since we had these storms, my cell phone has been acting a damn fool. So hopefully this one will upload and things are back together again. Anyways, that's a couple questions. So I'm going to answer one of those questions and also go on a little mini rant. Because I know a lot of people right now are looking at the situation with the virus and the economy and food and all this other stuff, and they're so worried externally. They're so worried about what somebody else is going to do. You know, are they going to pass this or do that? And yes, that while that is a concern, and I am very aware and stay aware of that, I also am focused very much internally. What I mean by internally is the Rock, my brothers, who are in this faith and walking this thing out. But then even more internal than that, my family. And the reason is because I can't really do anything about the external. They're not asking me my opinion on any of this, whether they open up cities or close down cities or what they're doing with the food situation and the beef prices are rising on the roof, and chickens are being slaughtered, and eggs are being slaughtered, and cows are being slaughtered, and pigs are being slaughtered, and they're plowing up food, and there's nothing I can do about that. I'm solely focused internally. With that, I'm gonna answer another question somebody had asked me, and no, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I am doing. They asked me about cryptocurrencies. Is that something that I am going to do? And no, I am not. I am not doing cryptocurrencies, and I'm going to tell you why. But I'm going to tell you, it comes from the Bible, obviously. I'm going to tell you something that I got when reading a story in the Bible, and it's in the book of Yahshua. So this tomorrow night, start of Shabbat, I'm going to talk about that, why I am making certain moves and not making others. I understand that, people are telling me that there's, could be money to be made because the world's going into cryptos, and that's, and yes, looks like it's going to be a digital currency after all this implodes, but that's not something I'm interested in, and I'll tell you why on tomorrow's live stream. But and again, I'm not a financial advisor, but. Again, I am focused internally. I am focused on the things that I can do here, projects that I can do, ways that I can preserve my family, preserve those that are here on the Rock. I am, there's so much external that you can be distracted. And it seems like today there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of distractions they're putting out there to see, it seems to keep your mind off one thing on the next thing. Oh, let's look over here. Oh, look over there. Oh, look over there. Oh, look over here. Oh, look over there. And it's like they're doing everything they possibly can. I remember, it's either distractions or it's just trying to they're stalling. Because I remember when this thing first came out. First it was, oh, they have it, controlled in China. Then it was, oh, it'll never get over here. Then when it got over here, it's, oh, don't worry about it. It's going to magically disappear. You don't worry about it. We've got it, and now it's out of control. And then, I don't know if you all were watching, Drudge Report or something like that, some alternative news or someone that links to articles. And they were first saying, oh, don't worry about the food. The food's okay. Our food supply is stable. Our food supply is going great. You don't have to worry about it. And then less than a week later, oh, well, we're having beef shortages and chicken shortages. And now, all sorts of organizations, all the organizations, the ABC organizations are coming out. Oh, there's a food insecurity, it's a good idea to... All this stuff. It's like, they tell you one thing, and then as soon as they're done telling you that thing, they turn around and tell you that what they just told you didn't make any sense or was wrong, and that here's the right thing. Don't worry about it. Oh, worry about it. Don't stress about this. Oh, stress about it. Oh, we're gonna open up the cities. Oh, we have to close some of the cities again. That's why I'm just thanking the Father I'm out here. I'm not concerned about all that opening and closing the cities. I'm out here. Internally, we are fine. Internally, that doesn't affect me. Internally, I'm not worried about that. Now, if you're in those cities, yeah, that's a big problem, and it could affect your internal stability within your family, especially for a lot of them that are relying on this system to feed themselves. I'll address the question. When I was asked the question, about coming out and why do it, and they can find you, and I guess people miss the complete point of why people come out. They're not coming out to hide. We'll talk about that in the live stream also. I guess people miss that completely. But I focus on the internal problems. Now, if you're in a city, yes, internally there's going to be things internally you have to worry about that I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about water internally, because if they shut off the pipes in whatever city they shut off the pipes, doesn't affect me whatsoever. If the electricity goes out, doesn't affect me internally whatsoever. If the food stops getting to the stores, internally, there would be some I would feel something, but the effect would be so extremely minimal, because basically we wouldn't be able to get a lot of our comfort foods. A lot of the things that we like to get, we wouldn't be able to get them. But outside of that, we'd be fine. So this is one of the important reasons why you come out, because when you assess your situation will look so much more different when you're out here than when you are in the city. The threats would be different. This is why I'm not as worried about the external, while others may be extremely worried about the external, because if they don't get another stimulus check, they may not eat. If they don't get another stimulus check, their rent may not get paid. That's an extreme internal problem, that where you're focused so much externally. You're focused on what decisions they're making externally. When I'm watching the decisions and I make an assessment of, okay, they're saying this, how's that going to affect me? Oh, that's not going to affect me at all. Or, oh, they're saying this, how's that going to affect me? Minimally. Or, they're saying this, how's that going to affect me? It could affect me somewhat. So let me shore that area up. Let me make sure that I have, or get another 20 gallons or 30 gallons of gasoline. Just like for the sisters, we just made a bulk order of bentonite clay. Now, we have plenty of clay out here, and we use the clay out here also. But they wanted bentonite clay. Well, obviously, if supply in the Postal Service or UPS is affected, then yes, the receiving of goods is going to be a lot more difficult. So what did I do? I made a bulk order of bentonite clay to make sure that they were set up, and based on how much we use, and we went through a whole mathematical calculation to figure out how much we would need of bentonite clay to last us several years. So we made that order, because externally my problem, or my problem internally, is not, do we have something to put on the table to eat? It's not, I have to go to a food bank. That's not my external problem. Or do the food banks have food? My problem would be, okay, how would it affect certain things that I may need, or that the sisters use in their, whatever they're making. Like toothpaste was a thing we thought about. So we made sure we stocked up on baking soda. Baking soda, we have peroxide, and then I even bought some tubes of toothpaste, because those are the issues that we're worried about right now. Now, we have many other ways we can brush our teeth, but those are some of the things that I was concerned that we thought about and said, okay, what external decision could affect us internally? Now, opening up the cities could affect people externally, because the virus is traveling back out there now. Internally, that could be a huge problem, because now people are bringing that home to their family. They're already talking about a second wave. They're already talking about how it's going to affect this, that, and the other. So this is why I focus on the internal more than the external, because the moves that I have made, praise the Father, thank you, Yah, thank you, Yah, thank you, Most High, Yah. The decisions that I have made in the past 3, 4, 5 years have changed my focus, have changed what are now perceived as problems. You see what I'm saying? So now my problem, getting DE, diatomaceous earth, buying, 2, 3, 400 pounds of DE is now something that I am doing while, but other people may be taking that, while I'm focused on the DE, they're focused on how am I going to get food on the table. I mean, it was interesting, the thought that I had plenty of brothers send me pictures of freezers were bought out. People are starting to look now at the problems and trying to find solutions. The problem is the time to find a solution for a problem is not when the problem has manifested itself and staring you right in the face. You don't want to try to find a solution for a problem. You don't want to try to find a solution with somebody, trying to hurt your family when the person's hurting your family. Let me find a solution. Now they're hurting my family. The solution is I need a sword. I need a firearm, but I don't have one. The time, that's why the prudent man foresees the evil. He looks ahead and sees the evil. So for those people that had deep freezers and already stocked their deep freezers with deer and beef and antelope or I just made that one up. Chicken, lamb, the clean foods, they're not worried. They're like, well, I already had my freezer. A lot of others bought freezers and are now in the mass of people at the grocery store trying to stock them and finding out. I mean, I was talking to a brother, and he was asking me about what kind of canner do I have, what kind of pressure canner do I have, and he tried to buy the one that I had, and it never sold out. And I had just bought a backup, because 2 is 1 and 1 is none. I had just bought a backup for the one that we have, with the same brand. Just bought a backup like 2 weeks ago, and now they're out. Now, I mean, there's many others, and he was still able to find a good one. But that's the idea of people are making the moves, and people are seeing these issues and trying to make moves to put themselves in a better position. But for a lot of them, it's too late. They're buying a canner, but they go to the grocery store and there's not much to can. They're going to get canning jars, and there were none there. The ball canners were, I mean, someone was talking me out from Walmart. The ball canning jars were gone, and so were the generic brand ones. They were all gone. They had lids, but the jars were gone. Went online, couldn't find them there. This is why we have to be prudent, foresee evil. This is why there's an importance on assessing your situation, wherever you may be, city, woods, country, wherever you may be, mountains. If you're in your assessment on your situation may be different if you're in the middle of the Colorado Rocky Mountains or the Appalachian Mountains compared to here in the Ozarks. This is just a time to really consider, really think hard about what you are doing. Some people are trying to benefit from this situation, and I see it as this is not our time to try and go out there and benefit, but this is our opportunity to get out of it. My answer is never to go into the system. My answer is to withdraw yourself from the system. Remove yourself far from it, not go into it. As much as you can, avoid going in. Because you don't want to go in and then get stuck. Or, as we're going to read tomorrow, a very good story in the book of Yahshua that really hit me to a point where there were certain moves that I had to make because of it. Because I fully believe in Yah's book, in the Bible, in the Torah, in the law, in the prophets, in the apostles, in the letters. Our answers are right there. It's just a matter of, once again, are we going to do it? All right, bless you all. I got to get back to work. I hope this video even gets uploaded. Shalom.